So Noel Gallagher, thanks for talking to us on Sky News. You're here on tour.
Yes.
Happy coincidence that England are here at the same time?
No, meticulously planned over the last 8 months.
And how about the fans? I gather some of them came along to watch you. Are they behaving themselves?
Yeah, there were Swedish fans there the other night, and even a few locals and some English fans, and it was great. There was a bit of mild banter and all that, as there is at these things, but it was all right. There was no great drama. It was good.
What do you make of the low turnout of England fans compared to the Swedish turnout?
That probably says everything about both economies, I would have thought. It's quite difficult to get here, but it's rare to come to a tournament and see as little of an English presence. I don't know, is Ukraine's nearer to Sweden? Is it? It must be.
Well, I think all Sweden's games are in Kiev, so maybe that makes a difference.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, they are based here. There is a lot of them around, they're behaving themselves, though. But, I've been to the last 3 Euros, and England have usually kind of swamped the place. But it makes a nice change. It can be quite intense with lots of England fans, because with that comes lots of police, and with that comes lots of, tension. So, but it's nice, it's quite calm, as you can see.
One Swedish fan said to me down in the fan zone, he thought it was disappointing there weren't more England fans, and he asked me, why doesn't your country like its team? Do you think that's true?
No. I mean, it's it's an expensive place to come. These to travel all across, like you say, to be based in one city is expensive enough. To try and get around, I think actually if England progress through the tournament, you'll see more and more, I guess.
A lot of bad headlines before it even kicked off. Have you seen any of that yourself? What's the sort of atmosphere that you've experienced of the tournament?
Well, I've got to say, I have seen nothing at all. I've not even seen a great deal of police presence. I've been out and about, and we were out a couple of nights ago, around all the bars, and it was fine. Actually, it was very, very pleasant. But that's what the English press, they like to do that kind of thing, don't they? You know what I mean? The truth is always very, very, very different. But I've not seen any of the manifestation of any of the scare stories at all. It's been quite the opposite, I think.
And what did you make of the British government's decision to boycott this tournament over Tymoshenko, the opposition leader who's in jail? Was that the right move?
I don't know anything about that.
Well, basically they've said, we don't like the way you run it in Ukraine, you're a bit corrupt, so we're not coming. I mean, should it mix in that way, politics and sport?
Well, I think, is that the pot calling the kettle black?
Possibly.
Hey, I don't know.
So back to the football tonight, what do you reckon? Prediction?
England haven't beaten this lot for about 10 years, so it would be... I think England have to win, because England don't want to be going to face the Ukraine. It might need a point on the last night. That would give them a mountain to climb. But I think if England score first, we'll win. If we go behind, you could see England struggling. But I'm going to go for 1-0 to England.
How important is this match just in terms of boosting England within the group?
Well, I mean, if we don't win this, you'd probably say we're out. If we do win it, England could go on and get a favourable draw. I mean, it's highly unlikely they're going to get a favourable draw, but they could get a favourable draw in the next round and maybe get to the semi-finals. You never know. But this is what's great about the Euros as opposed to the World Cup. They're all big games in the Euros. All the games are important. Whereas in the World Cup, it takes maybe a week or 10 days to get going. You've got to hit the ground running there, which is a more difficult tournament to win. But if they win and win well, you could see England going on and stringing a few results together, but you just don't know with England, do you?
What do they need to do tonight?
They need to score first. Yeah. Our goalie, he'll look after it after that.
And what about Roy Hodgson? Is he going to be a hero or a villain at the end of this tournament?
I don't think he's going to be either. I think as football supporters, we're all aware that England haven't got a great squad. We haven't got the era when we had 6 or 7 great players. They're all kind of coming to the end of their career now. So I think we've maybe only got 2 or 3. So I don't think really anybody's going to be blaming Hodgson if we don't, get to the quarterfinals or anything. He's not had a great deal of time to work with the players. The test will come in the next World Cup. And that's going to be difficult enough playing in Brazil, because you've been to Brazil.
No.
That's a party town. Seriously.
Well, it seems like quite a party town here. I mean, the atmosphere is good, and those who have come seem to be enjoying it.
I've got to say I've been very, very impressed with. It's a beautiful place. The weather's been great. It's been great. Like I said, we were out the other night till all hours in the morning. We had no trouble at all. Not that I'd get into trouble, but you know.
Naturally, I guess you get probably quite a bit of attention from the England fans. How do you deal with that?
I do get a bit of either. I don't mind, but my security guard there is on the verge of a nervous breakdown. Look at him there; he's only 17. Look, yeah, his work got cut out for him. But it can be a bit. They can get. The longer the night goes on, the drunker people get a bit irrational. But you know, you just got to pick and choose where you go and that. I never really have that much trouble. Do you know what I mean? It's just boisterous nonsense.
What about England fans in general these days? I mean, it's different from years gone by, obviously, but do they represent England well?
I think so. I mean, I've been to the last 3 tournaments, and it can get a bit tricky when you're with a lot of England fans because, for right or wrong or for whatever reason, England fans do attract a lot of police, and that brings tension. Do you know what I mean? But I've been with groups of England fans who are treated badly by police for no reason, just because they're England fans. But then I've been caught with mobs of England fans, really not the kind of people you want to get involved in. Do you know what I mean? So, but I guess it's like that with everywhere. I mean, the whole of Europe is always down on England about hooliganism and all that. But they've got, you know, the Dutch are no better. Neither do the Poles. You know what I mean?
The Russians are making the headlines.
I'm sure everybody can has their moments. Do you know what I mean? So, but I think generally England fans represent England well in their numbers, I think, and in the spectacle that they bring to the tournaments. You know, we're not the Irish. Nobody'd ever be as great fans as the Scottish or the Irish, but they'll definitely give anybody run for their money.
What about Ukraine next? Are they a worry? They've got the home crowds behind them.
Totally. Home teams in the home stadium always don't want to play any of them. And although I'm not sure how great a team they are, but England certainly don't want to be going there and looking for a win. You know, added to that, we will have Rooney back, but I don't want to be going there wanting to win 2-0 or 1-0 even, and hanging on with, you know, 50,000 of this lot breathing down your neck. Be a great game though.
And tonight, the Swedish fans outnumber English fans.
Yeah.
Are you going to be in fine voice trying to match them?
Me? No, I shall be sipping champagne in some corporate box with the real fans.
Yeah, keep it real, Noel. Thanks very much. Thank you.
See you later.
Thank you.